another man's
Hey,
wife.
how's it going, everybody?
Tattooed on my arm.
That's what I just did is something I try to do to make kids laugh a little bit. When I'm recording videos for my classes, something I'm trying to start to utilize a bit more to try to extend myself and to make more of myself. I'm recording videos and um, trying to make it so I can have lessons be extended beyond just one person in front of a group. And with some of the larger class sizes, it's been helpful to some extent. But I came on here because I wanted to sort of address the uh, recognition that I was given yesterday, and with I guess, some of the stuff that Mr. Prater put on there about contacting me and maybe explaining about power claps. So I decided I would do a quick YouTube video about it. So the idea of a power clap, I sort of picked that up, and I definitely utilized it a lot more in my previous school district. I worked at a school district just north of Madison, Sauk Prairie. It's the communities of Prairie du Sac and Sauk City. We had a superintendent came out of retirement to help fill a position when their superintendent position, I think, became vacant. I'm not 100% sure on everything that had gone on with it, but I guess the origin of the power clap came from a gentleman named Cliff Thompson. I want to give him credit for it because that's where I learned how awesome and powerful it could be. So the very first staff assembly, or the very first school assembly that we had that Cliff ran, in the span of maybe 5 minutes or less, he had kids like in the palm of his hand in terms of having their attention and getting them to do one shared goal together. And that's something that I utilize in my classroom sometimes. I mean, I'm a loud person, generally speaking, and my subject area is kind of a loud subject area too. So when machines are running and when kids are working with tools, we sometimes need to get their attention to stop everybody. And so sort of out of nowhere, sometimes I'll say power clap on 3, 1, 2, 3. And then once everybody does it, I generally don't stop doing the power clap activity until everybody is participating. And so the compliment that I was given yesterday, I'm grateful for. I didn't necessarily think nothing of the power clap at the time when we were doing it, but it's a method that works pretty well. And if you have the idea that you'd like everybody to be participating and to build up to a shared goal, it's something that can happen quickly, and it's something that you can really gain their attention together. And so, to kind of explain a little bit more with it, when I did power clap on 3 yesterday, I did power clap on 3, 1, 2, 3, and not everybody was going with it. And so I sometimes will use the first couple attempts. I'll do it again, power clap on 3, 1, 2, 3, and then if there's still not everybody participating, I'll throw a little bit of sign language in there. I'll say weak sauce and build up again. And then once you get everybody there, if you react to the power clap like whoa, that pushes you back, like the sound of everybody simultaneously hitting their hands together, it can push you back. It's really good for getting an attention of the entire collective group in a short period of time, because it's something that can be duplicated. That activity, power clap on 3, 1, 2, 3, can be duplicated in about 5 seconds. And so you can do a couple rounds of power claps within the span of under a minute, and it works pretty well. When it came to assemblies at Sauk, when we would do assemblies, it was a good way to recognize every single person with a thunderous one clap, and everybody got recognized. It was able to keep an assembly moving forward at a crisp, concise way, so that your applaud time starts and stops at a succinct moment, and it was able to um, kind of keep things rolling along that way. But I just like the idea of having a quick goal that's easily met, that gives students like almost an instant gratification of that sound of hands coming together at the exact same time. And really playing up into it and building into it works well for me. Um, and it's just a simple power clap on three, 1, 2, 3. And I've done it a few times on here. So that's that. I think that's probably all I have to say about it, but it's definitely a pretty cool thing. I use other cues sometimes too. One of the things that I've implemented this year that is surprisingly worked extraordinarily well. I've always kind of been a musical type person, and I sort of modified "If you're happy and you know it" to "If you can hear me right now, clap your hands. If you can hear me right now, clap your hands. If you can hear me right now, please turn your voices off. If you can hear me right now, clap your hands." And by the time you get to the end of that little jingle, everybody is there too. So I don't know, just a fun thing to do. I hope you guys all have a great Friday. I hope you guys all have a great, long, well deserved break from our job that we've definitely have chosen to do. I thank every single one of you for doing that job, and it's good to get here. It's good to to get that break, because I think a lot of us definitely need it. But have a good day, everybody. Happy Friday. We will catch you on the flip side.